The Rottweiler. One of the most iconic dogs on earth, black, tan, and unmistakably powerful. People see them on Instagram sitting calmly next to toddlers or guarding million-dollar homes, and they think, this is the perfect family dog. But here's the truth. The Rottweiler is not for everyone. In fact, most people should think twice before bringing one home. Today we're diving deep into 7 powerful reasons why you should not get a Rottweiler unless you're fully prepared. And trust me, reason number 7 is the one even experienced dog people aren't ready for. Reason number 1, they're not just big, they're powerhouses. Let's start with the obvious. Rottweilers are large, muscular dogs. But large doesn't really capture it. A male Rottweiler can weigh up to 60 kilos with the muscle density of a freight train. When that dog pulls on a leash, you're not just holding a pet, you're holding raw power. Imagine walking a dog stronger than most gym goers. If you're distracted for a second and a squirrel runs by, you can end up face down on the pavement. This isn't a dog you can wing it with. You need leash training, strength, and confidence from day one. One owner shared a story of being pulled down their driveway so hard they tore a ligament. Not because the dog was aggressive, just because it was excited. If that thought scares you, a Rottweiler isn't the right choice. Reason number 2, they're protective. Sometimes too protective. The Rottweiler's guarding instinct is legendary. This is a dog bred to protect livestock and property for centuries. That means they come hardwired to watch strangers carefully. Sometimes too carefully. Without proper socialization, a Rottweiler can see every visitor as a potential threat. Mail carrier? Intruder. Neighbor walking past? Suspicious. If you don't teach them early and often who is safe and who isn't, you end up with a liability on 4 legs. There are stories of Rottweilers blocking delivery drivers from leaving a yard until the owner came outside. And while that sounds impressive, it's also the kind of behavior that gets dogs labeled dangerous. This is why early socialization is non-negotiable. Every guest, every situation, every type of person, your Rottweiler has to learn to read them calmly. Reason number 3, they need training. Constantly. Some dogs can get by with a little obedience and call it a day. The Rottweiler is not one of those dogs. This is a breed that thrives on structure. They need mental stimulation as much as physical exercise. Training isn't a phase, it's a lifestyle. You'll be reinforcing commands daily, practicing impulse control, and working on manners for years. Skip training for a month and you'll see the regression almost immediately. Your perfectly behaved dog starts ignoring commands, guarding random objects, or testing limits again. Many first-time owners underestimate just how much time this takes. Group classes, private lessons, at-home drills, it all adds up. And if you're not willing to put in the work, you'll end up with a dog that's too clever and too strong for its own good. Reason number 4, they can be destructive if bored. Here's something you won't see on Instagram. The Rottweiler left alone too long. Without exercise or a job to do, this dog will entertain itself, usually at your expense. Couches shredded, gardens dug up, fences knocked down. One owner came home to find their Rottweiler had opened the pantry and eaten 5 kilos of rice. Another returned to a backyard that looked like a construction site. Their dog had dug a crater big enough to sit in. This isn't misbehavior. It's a working dog doing what working dogs do when they have no work, finding something to do. If you don't channel their energy, they will, and you probably won't like the results. Reason number 5, they're expensive, really expensive. Let's talk money, because this is where many people are shocked. A well-bred Rottweiler puppy can cost $3,000 or more. Then you have food, lots of it. Vet bills for a 50-60 kg dog are higher than for smaller breeds. And Rottweilers are prone to certain health issues: hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, cruciate ligament tears. One knee surgery can cost $5,000, $7,000. Pet insurance is highly recommended, but that's another monthly cost. And you can't skip professional training if you want a stable, reliable dog. So add obedience classes, behavior consults, and equipment like strong crates, leashes, and harnesses. If you think getting a Rottweiler is a cheap option, you're in for a rude surprise. Reason 6. They are not ideal for first-time owners. This might be the most important point of all. The Rottweiler is not a beginner-friendly breed. They're too smart, too powerful, and too confident. They need someone who can lead consistently, not someone still learning the basics of dog ownership. Without leadership, they take over the household. And when a 50-kg dog thinks it's in charge, chaos follows. This is why so many Rottweilers end up surrendered before they turn 2. Owners realize too late that they weren't ready, and the dog pays the price. Reason 7. They will test you. Every day. Here's the one even experienced owners underestimate. The mental game. Rottweilers are clever, really clever. They notice when you slack off. They'll push boundaries just to see if you enforce them. Counter-surfing, guarding toys, pretending not to hear commands, it's not random. It's testing. It's asking, are you still the leader today? If you let things slide, they take note. And the next test comes bigger, harder, more challenging. Living with a Rottweiler is a masterclass in consistency. And that's exhausting for people who just want a laid-back pet. The final word. None of this is meant to scare you away. It's meant to prepare you. Because if you take on a Rottweiler without knowing these truths, you risk heartbreak for you and the dog. But if you're ready, if you're willing to train, lead, socialize, and commit, then a Rottweiler can become one of the most loyal, loving, and legendary companions on Earth. But only if you earn it every single day.